probably seen images of these amazing temples before, mesmerizing and mysterious, which gained worldwide attention through the movie Tomb Raider, starring Angelina Jolie. In fact, the wonders of Southeast Asia aren't limited to Vietnam and Thailand. In this region, there's another unique and special country that, with its beautiful beaches, stunning landscapes, architectural masterpieces, delicious food, and friendly and hospitable locals, offers travelers a simultaneous experience of historical ambience and modern living. This amazing country is Cambodia. Officially known as the Kingdom of Cambodia, it is an independent country in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand to the north and west, Laos to the north, and Vietnam to the east and southeast. Cambodia covers an area of 180,000 square kilometers. The official language of this country is Khmer, and over 90% of the population are of Khmer descent. The ancient name of Cambodia was Kamboja, a term found in ancient inscriptions and texts. This country, officially called the Kingdom of Cambodia, was one of France's colonies, governed by France from 1863 until 1953. Although they gained independence, they couldn't achieve proper development, making it the most disorganized and underdeveloped country in the region. I'm not just talking about economic issues. There's no justice or legal system in this country. In studies on the rule of law in different countries, Cambodia consistently ranks among the bottom 10. In such a country where law is non-existent, poverty is naturally rampant. 10 million out of the 17 million population live below the poverty line. Colonialism can't be the only reason for Cambodia's underdevelopment. In 1970, one of the country's army generals staged a coup against the king and formed the Khmer Republic, attacking Vietnam. The king sought refuge in China and, along with a guerrilla group called the Khmer Rouge, aligned with Chinese communists, formed an army and attacked Cambodia. Thus began a simultaneous foreign and civil war in Cambodia, lasting 5 years until 1975. However, after coming to power, the Khmer Rouge expelled the said king and chose a new leader. They executed many people, particularly the affluent and educated class of Cambodia. They forced people out of the cities and into the countryside to engage in farming and expand rice cultivation, turning the capital into a ghost town. Many others died due to famine and starvation during these years. Nearly 2 million people were killed during this period, and at the time, the country had a population of about 7 million. After enduring great hardships, the socialist regime was abolished in 1993, and the monarchy was restored in Cambodia. Today, the torture chambers used by the Khmer Rouge regime against the people are now museums visited by tourists. Since the country's income sources are very limited, they greatly rely on tourism revenue. If you can't find a direct flight to this country, like most tourists, you can travel to Cambodia by bus or plane from Bangkok, Thailand, or Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. In fact, this country has never been a primary tourist destination. Those who visit Vietnam or Thailand often make a side trip to Cambodia. Like other countries in the region, Cambodians prefer motorcycles and tuk-tuks for transportation, which are quite affordable. Haggling over prices is also an inseparable part of traveling in the Far East. In Cambodia, people often quote tourists double or triple the actual price, so make sure to haggle over the price of everything with the locals. The average monthly income for people in this country is around $250. The local currency is the riel, but US dollars are more commonly used. Usually, when the payment amount is less than $1, they pay in riel. Many items you see in the streets and markets here cost about $1, making the country quite inexpensive. Those who don't have a decent income and can't afford to rent a home in the cities build modest houses along the rivers and live there. These houses are built on wooden stilts or empty barrels. These people earn their income by fishing or taking tourists on boat rides. In reality, most Cambodians live very differently from the minority who reside in the luxurious areas of the capital. The capital of Cambodia is Phnom Penh, which is considered the main hub of life in the country. Despite being a coastal country, the capital is located inland and doesn't have access to the sea. You only see signs of modern urbanization in this city. But alongside that, there are many Buddhist temples in Phnom Penh as well. The city's roads are calmer compared to those in Vietnam and Thailand, with less honking, which is due to the smaller population. Since the main part of the country's economy is service-oriented, you see many shops under the buildings. These shops mostly include cafes, restaurants, and massage parlors. The portions in the restaurants are decent, and the average meal costs around $3. Besides this, Cambodians have a fondness for eating insects like crickets, ants, and even tarantulas. There are farms in this country that raise various insects. Apparently, during the Khmer Rouge era, there wasn't enough food, so people started eating insects, and since then, they've recognized their nutritional value, and this practice continues to this day. In this country, anyone can set up shop anywhere and start earning a living. In the markets, you see many women selling various goods. These busy and colorful markets are among the country's attractions, drawing many tourists. These places might not be very clean or appealing, but another thing that could satisfy you is the respect and kindness the people of this country show towards tourists. Cambodians are warm-hearted people who always greet you with a smile. The official religion of this country is Buddhism, and kindness and compassion are part of the daily lives of the people. The tourist city of Siem Reap, due to the presence of the Angkor temples, is the primary destination for anyone visiting Cambodia. It's no exaggeration to say that most travelers heading to Cambodia aim to visit Angkor Wat. This structure, dating back to the 12th century, is the world's largest and oldest religious monument, listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Interestingly, nearly 2 million people visit Angkor Wat every year. In the year 2000, when the movie Tomb Raider was filmed here, the city had only 2 hotels, which the film crew and actors barely managed to stay in. But today, this city has become so well known and popular with tourists worldwide that the number of hotels exceeds the number of people's homes. This temple is so important that they say Angkor Wat is the heart and soul of Cambodia. That's why an image of this temple is also featured on Cambodia's flag. Like tourist cities in countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines, Siem Reap also has a walking street, where tourists flock after sunset, especially Pub Street, which is the gathering place for night owls. A relatively small street filled with music, lights, and colors. Around this street, there are many restaurants and cafes, and in many shops, services like massages are offered. If your trip to this country coincides with the water festival, you can have a lot of fun. In this festival, you're free to drench anyone you like. Many people use various means to soak each other and have fun, and no one complains. Another activity to keep in mind during your trip to Cambodia is to take a ride on the bamboo train located outside the city of Battambang. This train, originally a means of transportation between remote villages, quickly became a popular attraction for travelers. The train speed is 30 kilometers per hour, and aside from the fun aspect, it's an easy way to reach Cambodia's pristine landscapes in rural areas. In summary, Cambodia is a poor country with many natural and historical attractions. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.